more of my challenge. I'm trying to reach the rating of 2000 in chess by the end of the year. And today we try to cross the line of 1300 ELO. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, we are playing a grandmaster. A fake one. I wanna be grandmaster. That's okay. So we play e4, and every time your opponent gives you a chance, you go with the 2 pawns in the center of the board. Now they're attacking this pawn, and we protect it with the knight. What is the idea of this opening, the pierce defense? Basically, black wants to go with the bishop in fianchetto and control the center by not putting a pawn in the center, but by controlling the most important squares that the fight is going on. In some cases, black might play the move c5 and then attack this center. White has a space advantage, so we can use it in so many different ways. Black has 3 major plans. 1, you play bishop here, queen there, f3, and you go long castle, and you will go for an attack against the king side. Plan number 2, more solid, you go with the knight on f3, you play h3, you develop the 2 bishops like this, and you go short castle, and you want to play a positional game. Plan number 3, you go all in, you play the move f4. This is very aggressive, but you need to be a bit prepared because you have 3 strong pawns, but they could also be a weakness. And which plan do we choose? Let's go for plan number 3. We play bishop there, and then we will go for long castle. I think this is a aggressive but still safe, you don't have to know much, approach to play against the pierce defense. Now we play queen d. Okay, no, sorry, we have to play first the move f3, because we want to avoid the knight from getting here, attacking our bishop. That is a very important bishop, because after queen d2, we have built a battery. The queen plus bishop can go here, and then we can trade the strongest piece in black field, which is this bishop, controlling this long diagonal. Also, trading this bishop has another advantage, because the king suddenly becomes weaker. We can then go on with the pawn, pushing, trading this pawn, opening up the h file, means that the rook is joining the party. We can bring a queen there, kick this knight away, and give mate. I'm not dreaming, this is the exact plan that white needs to follow. We will go long castle, and then we will get ready for our action on the king side. We'll get started with the move g4, because g4 is stopping the move h5. Okay, wait a second. Every time your opponent makes a move, remember, you need to ask shortly what's their idea. And now they are attacking this pawn. It's a concrete threat, and we usually have 3 ways to deal with it. Ignore it. So, for example, we could play knight there, protecting it one more time. We could take, or we could push. In this case, as we want to go on with an attack on the king side, I think pushing is a really good idea. And now we get started with our action. g4. If we would start with the move h4, black could play the move h5 and stop our plan once for a while, because it will be really tough to play the move g4, as there is already a pawn, a knight, and a bishop looking at that square. So g4 is a really smart start of action. We will keep going with h4, h5, bishop there, and then trying to give mate. Black, on the other side, has 2 main plans. One, they can also push those pawns, a4, b4, a4, a5, b4, and then trying to really break through. The general plan when you're attacking is the following. Trade some pawns, some of your pawns, for your enemy pawns, and then use the rooks, the queen, and other pieces to give checkmate, because the king gets weaker, and also your pieces have access to it, and that's a great idea. Amazing. So the game is decided by who is faster. That's usually the question. Who will be faster? I have already 2 pawns ready, and now they are trying to block it. Maybe I wasn't so precise. I should have played, actually I wasn't precise. I should have played the move bishop h6, because then I'm blocking the pawn from pushing. That is the precise move order. Okay, we have something to learn here. How can we break through? Well, it gets harder, because if we take, the knight is going to take back, and then, okay, how do we open up files? We cannot push this pawn if this knight is there. So what to do? We could think about playing bishop there, and then play the move f4, but it's not so easy. Also because now this pawn is hanging. Okay, I believe we will sacrifice it. So we will let black capture here, and then we will try to move on with the move h5. I will play bishop h6, ready to trade in case we can trade. And now, for example, if the pawn is taking, I think I really can try to go with the move h5. After knight takes, I sacrifice the rook. And after pawn takes, I might slide my queen here, and I'm threatening mate. I see a defensive idea, the knight could slide there and protect everything. So maybe that is not good enough. We need to find something different. When you're attacking anyway, consider sacrificing one or more pawns in order to accelerate your ideas. Now they really want to keep going with their plan to also break through here. That's a strong idea. I will play the move a3 because I want to stop the pawn from pushing even forward. Now the move b5 is not so easy to play because actually that pawn would be hanging. So they need to be ready to sacrifice. And of course, every time you sacrifice, it's not that you're a genius and you're for sure winning. No, if your attack is not succeeding, you're a pawn down or many pawns down. So it's a double-edged weapon. Will they take here? Will they push? They have lots of options in front of them. Once your opponent is thinking, okay, now they already moved, but you can prepare and move against the most obvious move. For example, you assumed the most obvious move to be pawn takes, and so you say, okay, if they take, what am I playing? Every time you need to be ready to play one move against the most obvious move. Like this, you manage your time much, much, much better. What to do here? Now, they move the knight away, and this is a big blunder, because you're no longer protecting the pawn. This means that I can take, and they have to take now with the pawn, and I successfully opened up the g file. That was not just a small blunder, it was a huge blunder. Now, how to bring the pieces to the attack? I think knight here is a very smart idea. The knight is going towards the square, the rook is ready to join the g file, and this knight is well protected by the bishop. There is a very important concept in strategy, in chess strategy, that is the bad bishop and the good bishop. What is the good bishop? In this situation, my good bishop is this one, the dark square bishop. And this is my bad bishop, because this bishop is blocked, is of the same squares as this pawn. And as the pawns are blocked, the bishop doesn't have a good diagonal where it can be really annoying. But these concepts are really changing a lot. Meaning that, okay, I will first trade this bishop because I'm trading my good bishop for the bad bishop of my opponent. But in this case, that bishop is defending the king really well. That's why I'm getting rid of one of the best defenders of the king. Now, I think this check is a great idea, giving a check. And then I could also slide with the queen there. I could bring the knight there. And what I wanted to say that, okay, they're covering with the knight. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm thinking about this move, wanting to trade this knight. I'm also thinking about taking there. I would love to double the rooks on the g file. That's why I play this move. Because once they take, I'm ready to take back with this rook. And then I'm going to bring this other rook to the party, attacking this piece one more time. Okay, they are shutting down everything. Now I'm really looking at this bishop and I want to do something with this. And this move needs to come into consideration because once your bishop is really bad, you can consider trading. And this trade, if it works, is particularly good for me. Because right now, if we trade those two bishops, I get two advantage. I don't have anymore a weak piece that is doing nothing. But also, look at this square. Yeah, that's really juicy. But it's not so easy to get that. Because after this move, they don't have to take, but they can play the in-between move. Knight takes, and then I have no longer the defensor of the bishop. Also, I'm nearly running out of time. So I really need to accelerate. If I play this, that I could take there, but then there is knight here. I could go with the queen there. They could take the rook. I take back. I'm threatening mate. And let's say they protect it. I go with the bishop back here, and I'm really attacking this. And if they play with the rook, I can go there anyway. They protect it even with the queen, but then they are protected. Okay, so we cannot do that. So we have to be a little bit slower. We will go with the queen here. Because with the queen here, I'm now ready to play this move, no matter what. And if they take, I can simply take back with the rook, and this bishop will be protected. And I have to speed up. Also, they have to speed up their attack here, because if not, it's a one-side game. I'm trying to attack, and they are trying to defend. You need to find counterplay, and that's the wrong way to do this. They're just it seems like they're just waiting for me to find a winning move. Now, at least they unpinned this knight, so at least now this knight could be moved. They could consider taking there, I honestly don't think that's a great idea because it's true that they're also threatening this fork, so maybe they really could play that move. On the other side, their king is starting to be really weak. Okay, they go for it. That's crazy. What to do here? I think I will take there. And the nice part is that suddenly, suspense, is that suddenly this knight is hanging. And now if they take there, I think I will take here. It's tricky because they can't take there, attacking the queen and the rook at the same time. And if I trade the queens... Oh, wait, I want a piece. Wait, I want a piece. If they take there... Ah, no. Ooh. Okay, that could be a problem now. Because... Okay, wait a second. Wait a second, but I don't have so much time. Because I could trade the queens. Let's go. And now take here, attacking this rook. So that if they take here, I take there. Or also simply play the move rook here, attacking this knight. Okay, let's go with this. So in this situation, I might end up with an extra piece. But that is not going to be such a good piece because there are those 2 pawns as a compensation. And this is really good. My time is few. Those pawns are compensating. It's going to be a very, very interesting endgame. This GM Infuriate is a very good player, I must say. Okay, we take the knight and we have this endgame. This is very interesting because the pawns can be really strong. They would be much stronger if they would be connected. But still, even right now, they are really powerful. I need to find a way to use this knight. I will go first with the rook here. The knight would be really strong there because it could jump here to give a check. It could be really powerful. Now, I see their idea. They would like me to take, and then they will have the pawns connected, but I cannot allow that. I will go with the rook back, and I'm not trading the rooks in their favor. Remember, don't do trades just for the sake of it. This is a temptation that many players have, especially when they start playing chess. Because it seems like fun to trade, but sometimes can be really bad for you. Okay, what do we do here? I'm thinking about going with the knight, but then this move is happening. Okay, I will play this. I'm threatening to take there. And now I will go with the knight. I need to stop those pawns. I really need that. Okay, I take back. They're really playing well. Okay, at least now I can stop this pawn. But you know what? This is really an emergency. I have to bring my king. This was a mistake, I think. Because now this pawn is a target and my king is sliding. The best move here would have been to slide a rook there. This position is so tough to defend. So maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I should have taken this pawn and trying to... Another idea could have been to try to take this pawn. And then try to push these pawns and create a pass pawn on the other side. Maybe that could have been a more effective plan. Now I believe there is this check. Okay, this is now really bad because I'm blocking the pawn with the knight. Usually the knight is a really good blocker because it's still active. For example, it's controlling all these squares, which are really important. Even if it's blocked, in a way, cannot be moved. Now I play rook here, so I'm going to take this pawn. It's nice that the king cannot get closer because my knight is really controlling very well this square, which is critical. And I'm going to take this pawn next. If we trade the rooks, the endgame should be completely winning as soon as I can keep this pawn under control. But the nice part is that after the trade of rooks, I will end up with a king here controlling all those squares. And then this pawn cannot be pushed. So I should be winning here. I will be winning. But it's not so easy. Let's show. Also 56 seconds. Ouch. Maybe they could try to keep the rooks on the board to try to make the game longer, so trying to flag me, to exploit at least the fact that I really have few time, and maybe I could blunder if I have to move very fast. But I think I have this position in control. If I could play, for example, rook takes, and the rook moves away, for example, here to support this pawn, I could give this check. The king cannot go in any of those squares and needs to go back. Then I would put a knight here to stop the pawn forever, and then I would slowly approach this pawn with the king and trying to capture also that pawn. Okay, they disconnected. Why? Why to do so? 3, 2, 1, and I think we get the dub. Quick consideration about the endgame and then about the opening. In the endgame, here the best move according to the engine is knight b5, attacking this pawn. This is crazy because I thought like, oh, I have to bring the knight to this side to block the pawns. But apparently I can distract one rook, this one, to protect this pawn. And then I can go here to stop, to try to catch this pawn. Now, the most natural move is to try to trade the rooks, and here is shocking. Rook c3. I'm playing this move so that after this, I'm taking back with the knight or with the pawn. Both are good, but with the pawn is the best move, because I'm still keeping this rook passive. And then how am I going on? For example, king here, I need to bring my king. King d2. The pawn goes, I bring the king. Like, really, the king is an important piece in the endgame. This seems to be the best path to victory. In this position, after rook g2, black is even better. That's incredible. Instead f3, as I told you, was a big mistake because just let me go in with the king. Last consideration about the opening. I believe bishop h6 can be really a nice move here. Because if they capture, we capture back with the queen, and then we are really going to play queen pawn here, this, take, kick this knight away with the move g5 maybe, and try to give checkmate. This is a very typical idea. And if they don't take and they try, for example, to move on with a plan, trying to play b5, we keep going with h4, and now they don't have the move h5 because the pawn is blocked by the king. They try to go for the attack, and we move on. Bang. We could also consider taking this pawn, but that's a different story. They push, we go with the knight away, they try to push, keep going with the attack, and now we could really consider taking. The king takes. Now this knight is apparently protecting, so there is not mate. But hey, we are really close. The king goes here. That's the plan, at least. I don't know if black has a defense here, but that's the plan. The king moves away. Now we kick this knight. The knight moves, and you give mate. That's the plan for white to win the game. New game, everybody! We have the black pieces. And no, not again. I really don't like to play the move d4. But okay, I will show you a very fun system that you can play with the black pieces. Well, now not really, but let's play the move c5 anyway. We are sacrificing a pawn, but we have 3 different ways to take back that pawn if white is letting us do that. Okay, we will play also the move e5. Going for the center, we want to play also the move d6. And then we have 3 pawns in the center. Nice and sweet. Okay, they are pushing just pawns, which is usually not a good idea. Now, usually I'd say that it's good to push 2 pawns. In this opening, I had to push 3, but now, no pawns anymore. I will go just with the pieces. Bishop here, and then castle, and then bring the other knight out. And there is one clear plan in this opening. I will have to play the move f5 to break through to attack the center. I will go with the knight out here. And then how do we play the move f5? We need to remove this knight. Usually when I play chess openings, I always insist to say, bring out all your pieces, bring out all your pieces. And you might say, bishop on c8. Yes, this bishop is going to be the last to join the party. And it's going to join the party when we play the move f5, because the bishop will be able to capture on f5 and to immediately being traded. Now there is a move that we have to consider, and this is amazing. Remember this move. In this kind of situation, we could have a trade of a side pawn for a central pawn, which is a great deal. And look at this. c4. We are sacrificing our pawn, but the problem is that if the bishop takes, we can take this pawn in the center, and that's a great deal. Now we can play f5 without even having to worry about the possibility of the e-pawn to capture us. That's a great deal. We have a very strong knight. It's also vulnerable, but that's okay. If they go back, we can simply go back, but now I think it's time to go. I think I will just send it. Send it! f5. We have an amazing control over all the central squares, which is great. We could also be threatening some forks. Every time you push the f-pawn in this type of situation, you have to check that this square is becoming weak. If a knight would be here, we are nearly lost. Oh my gosh, this is a bad move. I was thinking about this, trapping this bishop that is left with no squares to go, but then the knight would be hanging. Okay, we could simply play the move here. Yeah, I'm shortly calculating a few things, because if I do that, if I go with the knight there, then the knight can go to this square, right? And then, that's a problem. We are controlling that square with the bishop, so we could maybe allow that. Or we could also actually, after this, we could simply take. That's it. And the bishop takes, and then we keep developing the other pieces. Now, they take there, we take back with the knight. We have a strong knight. What? Usually, you shouldn't go backward with the pieces. This is a really bad move. Because what are you achieving? I really don't understand. You should have castle. Just castle your king and that's all right. Now you already see a potential good move. Queen here. I'm threatening this pawn and I'm threatening this pawn at the same time. Now you have to know that in general, the B pawn and the G pawns, those are considered poison pawn. Meaning that if you go there with a queen to capture one of those, you might end up with the queen getting trapped, or at the minimum, there could be some repetition with the rook moving, always attacking your rook, your queen, or you might lose the pawn behind, and that's usually not a big deal. So you have to be careful, you have to evaluate if those risks are real, and if they are real, don't take that pawn. If those risks do not apply to this position, to the position you're in, then you can go to capture that pawn. Now, if I play bishop there, queen there, I can expect bishop here attacking the queen, and then I could take attacking nothing because the rook is protected by the queen. But I'm threatening something. Once I take, I'm threatening to go with the queen here, giving a check to the king and attacking this bishop. So this could be nice, but I have to expect that after this, being I take, the king is going to castle, and then my queen is still there, a little bit exposed. White is ready to play rook b8, attacking my queen. And what am I doing? I might play the move f4, attacking this a little. I think in this case, I can go for that. And I will show you why. I think that white is having so many problems that cannot even think about attacking my queen. After bishop there, I will take this pawn, and even if they castle, there is still this bishop hanging. And in many cases, I can go with the queen here and simply attacking this bishop. And once the bishop moves, my queen goes back in safety and problem is solved. Now they are just castling, which is actually a very smart idea. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, that's quite good. Okay, now should we go to take this pawn? In this case, I say no, because this square is no longer accessible. I cannot no longer go here because the bishop is there. And so after this, they could really consider playing, for example, bishop b3. And then the queen cannot go back. And the queen doesn't have any square to go. That would be really scary. So I don't go to take that pawn. I consider that really a poison pawn. What to do then? We might want to simply play bishop here. I like this move. I mean, queen b6 at that point was probably not a good move, because I'm not achieving anything. Anyway, we have a good position, because we have a very strong... Okay, now we achieved something. We provoked a weakness, so it's good. We have a very strong knight in the center of the board, a very good center, pawns controlling these very important squares. Also now we activated this rook, and there is one piece that is not really happy right now, which is this bishop, because it's blocked by his own pawns. But maybe one day we'll find a happy future. I will move the king here. This is a prophylactic move, because the king might be in danger. Yes, I wanted to say the plan for white is exactly this one. I'm attacking on this side, pushing the pawns forward, and I will be trying to play this move. And then if I take, pushing this with check. That's why I prophylactically moved my king to the side to avoid any possible discovery check. What to do here? So we have to attack on the other side. That's why my king is a bit stupid here. But hey, it's too late to apologize. But you know what we can do? We can start to make this bishop feel better about his future. And now we are threatening some discovery checks. Attacks. Because we can take here, and after the queen or the bishop, okay, they are going away with the knight. I could take here and queen takes, I still could push this pawn attacking this rook, but this is not a double attack. On the other side, I can simply try to keep going with the attack here, or I could think about activating my queen there. And then after this, not really fun. Okay, I will play this move. You might say, what? Well, this move is risky. My idea, in short, is to play the move f3, destroy the king side of my opponent. That's what I would love to achieve. Now, will I really achieve that? Maybe. They could simply go back with the knight, but then it's good, because I make them waste a tempo. Now, this move is a problem. I already see a free pawn. They're attacking a knight, though. I could take with the rook and protect at the same time this knight, but I might end up with a rook a little bit like an hanging fruit there. Like I take, bishop takes, I take with the rook, and then queen here, attacking my rook. I could play bishop there, and then there are some potential discovery attacks. Yeah, I like this. I think I will take there. And if rook here, and if bishop there, just to consider everything, I can go just with the rook there, keeping my knight under protection. I could also consider taking, by the way. Okay, well, let's go. We take here a free pawn is a free cheese macaroni. If you know what a free cheese macaroni is, it means that you're amazing. If you don't know it, just keep following the channel and maybe hit the subscribe button. And you will discover it very soon. Okay, so my rook is hanging through there, meaning that is not unprotected and could be attacked by the queen. But now this move is really strong because I'm suddenly threatening some attacks. We had to make sure that this move was not possible because there is a queen that is pinning the pawn. Because if this move would be possible, then my rook has to move and I don't have a powerful square to go. And so then my bishop behind would be hanging. Now the queen is just going back, which is a really good news for us. I think I will play simply this move. Yeah, let's go. I'm pinning this bishop. The bishop cannot move, and I'm also attacking this pawn. I think this is the most natural move because white is attacking my rook, but then I will have another extra pawn, and my position is starting to be juicer and juicer and juicer. I'm threatening this discovery attack. I'm discovering the threat of the bishop on the rook, attacking this knight, moving forward with my pawns, ready to crash the castling. That's really nice. Oh, but my time is few. 2 minutes, 58 seconds. You know what? I'm talking too much. But I'm having fun. Now, the queen is attacking my rook. I will play rook here. This is winning a tempo on the queen. And I'm starting to consider a rook sacrifice on f3. That's clear if that is good right now, but probably. The queen has to move one more time. This is called winning a tempo because I'm attacking with a rook, which has lower value than a queen. And the queen has to move again. And then I have already a new move. And I think I will play the move e4, attacking this knight. And then I'm ready to sacrifice everything. I will sacrifice everything. Bang! Mamma mia. This pawn pushes is so powerful. Now the knight has to move, and then this bishop is hanging, this rook is hanging, this king might be hanging. Everything is not going well for white. Also, I have this move, and suddenly where is the queen going? I mean, the queen cannot go here, 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 there. Okay, I have to be careful about the back rank mate, because if I would play this move, maybe the queen can take, and then my king could be checkmated. Now I still have the possibility to cover the check with the bishop that is protected by my queen. But maybe we don't even need to do that. We can just take the knight. And this king is feeling... this king is starting to feel a little bit in danger right now. 2 minutes 23. Time is still under control in a safe zone. But I'm going to take here next. The attack is really moving on really quickly. Okay, they're taking a pawn, threatening to take another one. No, because it's protected by the rook, by the queen, by everyone. So I think we can just take here. We are attacking the rook. That needs to be moved one more time. And now we can give a check here. We can take with the rook. What are we going to do? I'm also thinking about pushing this pawn, so I might bring the queen here. Okay, I think I will do that. Or maybe not. Not so simple. My time is really running down, but I play this move. I'm trying to trade one of the pieces that is protecting the king. That is this bishop that could go here and repair the king a little bit. So I'm trading this bishop, and at the same time, I'm opening the way for my queen. If the bishop takes, I'm taking back with the pawn, and then the queen can simply slide to g6, and that's gonna be mate really quickly with the... okay, the rook is attacking the queen. Now I could really think about sacrificing my rook. Are you ready? Oh, I'm scared. Okay, let's play. If you're not sure, you shouldn't go crazy just to be fancy, okay? I have few times, so I have to take practical decisions. I wasn't sure about the rook sacrifice, so don't do that if you're not sure. There could have been some problem with the back rank. For example, I could have take back with the queen, then there could be a counter rook sacrifice, and then I could be mated there. So now there is a free, okay, wait, let's go to give a free mate. Let's go to take the mate. That's what we do. I leave this. That's yours. That's all yours. Take that bishop, do what you want. Okay, the rook is trying to protect. That's really smart. I'm starting to have few time. I'm worried. I'm really worried. Okay, I will attack this rook. Wait, 22 seconds. That's too few. That's too few. I have to accelerate. Okay. What do we do? I play h6 just to avoid the back rank mate, and then I can bring my rook to the attack. That's the plan. Okay, we bring the rook. I left one bishop hanging. I have 16 seconds. This is so tense. Okay, they're thinking. But this check is incoming. They don't have a way to stop the check. And if they take, then my queen is sliding here. Okay, I'll give a check no matter what. They have a check there, but it's not disturbing. Where are they going to run? Oh, wait. Okay, I'll take here. Oh my god, my time is really few. Okay, if they take with the rook, I'm taking there. 7 seconds. Hoi boy. That's really scary. If they give a check, I take it with the rook. Oh, okay, I take here. Now the queen can go back to defend. That's really bad. I have to go with the bishop attacking this rook. I'll give this check. Oh, I think I have a beautiful finish. I don't have pre-moves activated. That's really bad. I'm gifting a queen. I'm gifting a bishop. I need to find a mate. Okay, check. And that's mate at the next move. I have 3 seconds to give the mate. I will do that. Oh, remember to activate the pre-moves. Okay, the rook has to cover. That's the only way, and that's mate. Okay, how to activate the pre-moves? Go in settings next to your board, and then you click on play, live, and then enable pre-moves, and you enable it, and you save. So now we have pre-moves. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If yes, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. If you missed any day, here is day 3. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao!